Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving into some totally fascinating sources to unpack what's known as the Wealth Trifecta. Think of this as your ultimate end-to-end roadmap for not just making active income, but actually protecting and multiplying it. And you know, it all starts with a pretty shocking realization about how we make and keep our money.
Listen to this for a second. According to the sources, one creator literally spent 2 excruciating years trying absolutely every online side hustle you could possibly imagine. We're talking drop shipping, surveys, crypto, affiliate links, the whole shebang. Staying up until 2 a.m. reading Reddit threads. And the grand total, after 2 full years? Exactly $47. All that blood, sweat, and tears for less than $50?
But it actually gets worse on the totally opposite end of the spectrum. Compare that exhausted creator to a super disciplined grandfather who religiously saved his cash in a suitcase for 40 years. By the time he passed away, that lifetime of disciplined saving had lost more than half of its value thanks to inflation. I mean, these are 2 massive financial failures, right? One fails on offense, the other on defense. Well, today, we're looking at the roadmap to solve both.
So here's our quick agenda for today. First, costly financial mistakes. Second, 5 proven online incomes. Third, cash, gold, and property. And finally, number 4, the 3-layer wealth system.
Okay, let's jump straight into section 1, costly financial mistakes and exactly why beginners fail online and offline.
Well, it turns out the absolute number one reason 95% of beginners fail to make a single dollar online is something called shiny object syndrome. It's basically when you jump into NFTs one month and then pivot to dropshipping the next, you're just constantly chasing the next shiny thing without ever going uncomfortably deep into one specific skill. It's like treating wealth building as a giant slot machine, but the people who actually win, they pick one method and they stick with it.
Which brings us to section 2, 5 proven online incomes. This is our offense strategy to start generating cash from absolute zero. To play offense, the material outlines 5 totally legitimate, accessible methods. Method 1 is freelancing on platforms like Fiverr or Upwork, where you're simply selling a skill you already have to solve someone else's problem. Method 2 is content creation, and the real secret sauce here, showing up consistently absolutely crushes going viral. Then, method 3 is affiliate marketing, where you can literally earn anywhere from a 3 to 50% commission just by authentically recommending products you already use and love. To put that content creation idea into perspective, get a load of this. There's a completely faceless YouTube channel focused entirely on budgeting tips that hit $4,000 a month in ad revenue with only 8,000 subscribers. No way, right? It proves you absolutely do not need millions of followers. You just need a dedicated audience that actually values your consistency. Now let's talk about method 4, selling digital products. The absolute magic of this one is that you create it once and you sell it forever. For example, one college student made $14,000 in just 90 days selling a super simple $9 Notion study planner that they designed. Build it once, and the thing just sells while you sleep. And the 5th and final offensive method is online tutoring and coaching. Guys, this is a staggering $20 billion global industry where you simply get paid for your knowledge and the results you can deliver. Whether we're talking math, learning a new language, or just productivity hacks, you're leveraging what's already in your head to help others. You don't necessarily need a fancy certification, you just have to deliver real results.
All right, moving to section 3, cash, gold, and property. This is the crucial defense strategy to protect that brand new income.
So now that we've got some money coming in, we've got to talk about the silent killer, inflation. Think about it. If you park $100,000 in a bank account paying a 3% interest rate, but inflation is running at 6%, you are silently being robbed. In just 5 short years, your actual purchasing power drops to $87,000. Give it 10 years, and it's down to $74,000. Sure, the bank balance looks the same, but what that cash can actually buy in the real world shrinks dramatically. So when we look at the definitive scorecard for our 3 main defensive assets, the trade-offs become incredibly obvious. Cash is super liquid and completely beginner-friendly, but its inflation protection is basically zero. Gold, on the other hand, gives you fantastic inflation protection, but it doesn't generate any ongoing passive return. Property, meanwhile, offers high returns and strong inflation defense, but it's highly illiquid, and honestly, it's a lot harder for beginners to just jump into. But let's pause on gold for a second, because our sources provide this absolutely amazing historical comparison. Back in ancient Rome, 1 single ounce of gold could buy a gentleman a complete, high-quality outfit, a nice toga, a fine leather belt, and sandals. Fast forward over 2,000 years to 2025, and that exact same ounce of gold buys a tailored suit, a nice leather belt, and good shoes. It's literally a near-perfect inflation shield that has held up across millennia.
Now, property is basically the ultimate wealth machine because it manages to do 3 massive things all at once. The land and the building appreciate over time. It generates true passive income through regular monthly rent, and, this is absolutely crucial, it allows you to safely use leverage. That means you are literally using the bank's money to build your own wealth. To really see how powerful that leverage is, let's do some quick math. Imagine you put down $50,000 on a $250,000 property. If that property appreciates by just 10%, it gains $25,000 in value. But because you use leverage, that $25K is actually a massive 50% return on your initial $50,000 investment. There are very, very few assets out there that let beginners safely use leverage quite like this.
Which brings us to our final section, number 4, the 3-layer wealth system, where we combine all these assets into a definitive roadmap.
You see, the real secret the wealthy use isn't just picking one single asset. It's building a sophisticated 3-layer system. Layer 1 is cash. That's your absolute safety net, holding 3 to 6 months of living expenses. Layer 2 is gold, acting as your shield against inflation, making up about 10 to 15% of your savings. And Layer 3 is property, your main wealth engine. And hey, if you can't afford to buy a whole house just yet, you can easily use real estate investment trusts or REITs to access this layer right now. So depending on where you're starting from today, the sources map out a super clear, step-by-step action plan. If you have under $1,000, don't worry about property yet. Focus entirely on building that emergency, high-yield savings safety net. Sitting between $1,000 and $10,000, secure your 6 months of cash, put 10% into digital gold or gold ETFs, and then investigate those REITs with the rest. And if you're over $10,000, maintain that cash cushion, keep 10 to 15% in gold, and start seriously looking into direct local property ownership. But listen, the single most important rule to remember across all of these defensive layers is this: time in the market beats timing the market every single time. Seriously, pulling your money out early because you're panicking is exactly how people lose everything. Long-term investments desperately need time to compound and grow. So a great rule of thumb is to never invest money you think you might need to touch in the next 12 months. So, to wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with a vital question. Taking an honest look at your own finances right now, which gap in your wealth system are you going to fill today? Are you going to focus on playing offense by starting one of those 5 side hustles? Or is it time to fix your defense by building out your cash, gold, or property layers? Remember, the absolute best financial decision you can make is the one you actually start today. So go out there and take that first step.